my name is Robert E. Chan, and then I've been guided in all my 10 years, all right, that I've been in Max International by mentors, scientists, and medical professionals who have guided me in my understanding of proficiency in glutathione. So I can consider myself relatively good at the subject. Okay, so just remember this, the contents of this presentation do not constitute medical advice or instructions, and they do not represent the policies of Max International. So citations have been included where possible. You will see later on when I point them out to you. And it's just to reference original source. These stories, I may be the storyteller, but the stories do not come from me. So this evening, I share with you the knowledge that I've acquired in the last 10 years. So today is the 7th of December, 2022. The year is going to be ending very quickly. So tonight's presentation is basically to clarify, that we have something that is scientifically proven to be safer and 300% more effective than N Acetyl Cysteine NAC. All right, for those of you who are not familiar with what NAC is a glutathione precursor that delivers cysteine into our cells so that our cells create glutathione. Right? That is the main thing that NAC does. Now, every cell in our body requires oxygen, water, food, and antioxidants. These are the main components for us to be kept alive. And if any of these are compromised, okay, we will struggle. And if they are absent, the cells in our body will die. So there are 5 network antioxidants in our cells. Okay, this includes vitamin C, vitamin E, which are considered external antioxidants. I'm trying to put this in simple terms. So for those people who are listening to this for the first time, or you're not very familiar with all these exogenous and endogenous, this is to clarify that vitamin C and vitamin E are external antioxidants that we need to take to increase in our cells. And we have, of course, coenzyme Q10, alpha lipoic acid, and glutathione. These are considered our internal antioxidants that our body create. We don't need to take this from any additional source, okay, unless, of course, as we get older. So what do antioxidants do? Antioxidants help our body repair and slow down damage to our cells. Right? These are all fundamental things that you have heard throughout my 10 years that I've been doing presentation, throughout the years that all of us have been repeatedly telling everybody. It is an immune system protector, antioxidants, not just glutathione, anything, right? Vitamin C, vitamin E, coenzyme Q10, all of this, they protect us. And even detoxification. But we must also understand that not all antioxidants are the same. That said, you will find the importance of antioxidant research. It will give you an indication of what is important and what is not so important. Okay, let's take the case of the 5 antioxidants that we're talking about. We're talking about alpha lipoic acid. We're talking about coenzyme Q10. We're talking about vitamin E, vitamin C, and glutathione. As you can see, the least researched antioxidant is actually alpha lipoic acid. So the significance of it, though it may be significant, it is not there. And if you talk about the external antioxidants, you're talking about vitamin E, vitamin C, you're talking about 72,396 research studies that have been submitted to PubMed since the 1st of January 1983 to the 7th of December, that is today, all right? Now you take a look at the most important antioxidant that we have in our body, glutathione, all right? 172,000. It's more than double. It's more than 100,000 research, more than vitamin C. So you will see at the bottom here, at the bottom there, average citation per day since 1983. For glutathione, there's an average of about 11.177 citations every day that has been submitted to PubMed since records have been kept from 1983. So you can imagine the significance. Again, from this, you can safely say which is the one that is the most outstanding of all the antioxidants that we have in our body. So glutathione is produced naturally in our cells. All right, it repairs damaged cells, it protects against oxidative stress, it strengthens. Believe us when we tell you this. All right, this is what it does. Okay, the most efficient detoxification. Hopefully, we don't have to go through drawing the diagrams and the graphs to show you that this is what glutathione does in our body. So it reduces cellular inflammation and much, much more. Okay, it's the most abundant antioxidant in our body. It can repair itself repeatedly and also repair other antioxidants. And with that, it is known in the scientific world as the master antioxidant. All right. So as with all antioxidants, as you get old, all right, the glutathione levels decrease. So you start to have more infections, physical aging, physical stress, cellular damage. Everything starts to deteriorate as you get older. And from this diagram, you can see that glutathione level decrease as much as 10 to 15% every 10 years because of this phenomenon called aging. We age, all right? There's no way that we can stop it. You can have something that is anti-aging, but you still age, all right? It may retard the aging, but you can never stop aging. So you can see from here that scientists have mentioned that at 30% reduction of our glutathione levels, our cells start to dysfunction, all right? It starts to get haywire, all right? We start to get sick, and it actually starts when we are age 50. So if you are 50 and above, please look very carefully at what has happened to you for the past 10 years, and look what is going to happen for you if you do not take any evasive action within the next 10 years. Because as you get older, your oxidative stress starts to increase and your glutathione level starts to decrease. Okay, so research has shown that individuals with low glutathione levels have a high association with illness, right? Now, let's have Dr. Robert Keller, a triple board certified physician, America's top physician from 2003 to 2008, named one of the world's top 2,000 outstanding scientists. This is what he has to say about oral glutathione, taking glutathione orally.
If you use a glutathione supplement, it will be destroyed in your stomach before it is absorbed in your body.
And even if glutathione could reach the cells, the glutathione molecule is simply too big and heavy to pass through the cell membrane.
Look at it this way. You've got a hole this big and a substance this big. It doesn't fit in very well.
These are facts, okay? Extracellular glutathione or glutathione that is taken externally into our body are too heavy and too big to pass through our cell membrane. Okay, there's no doubt about it. But this fact does not stop unscrupulous manufacturers from producing many forms of commercial glutathione in order to take advantage of your misunderstanding about what glutathione actually is. So the glutathione molecule is taken or is produced commercially and taken orally, it will not help you. Okay, these are some of the commercially produced glutathione. All right, I'm not going to run through the list, but you have IV glutathione, dermal glutathione. Some of them do work, but the percentage of how it works is minimal. And then we have, the products that actually increase your glutathione level, a possibility of increasing your glutathione, which includes whey protein and milk thistle. So by far, the most significant increase of glutathione in our cells come from glutathione precursors. All right, I'd rather call them cysteine delivery system, as opposed to just a precursor to creating glutathione. This includes N Acetyl Cysteine, all right, and ribosine. So let me briefly explain about the difference between the two, all right, because we're going to concentrate on this, on N Acetyl Cysteine and ribosine, all right, the product that comes from our company. N Acetyl Cysteine is not an antioxidant. This is the mistake that a lot of people make, including doctors, when they say that N Acetyl Cysteine is an antioxidant. It is not an antioxidant. All right. It is a cysteine delivery system. It is chemically derived. It's a product that was patented by Med Johnson, all right, the pharmaceutical company, on the 28th of May, 1963, almost 60 years ago. It can be taken intravenously, orally, or inhaled as a mist. All right, that's how important this cysteine product is. So doctors have used NAC in the treatment of many disorders. Okay, and as you can see, the patent was in 1963. The patent has long expired. Okay, so now everybody in the market can manufacture or do, an ad-lib version of NAC. So you can imagine this. Without the FDA, don't control this. Okay, so NAC plays several important roles in human health. So it replenishes intracellular glutathione, regulates, as similar as all the other antioxidants, right? And because it is used to produce glutathione inside our cell, it's one of the better cysteine delivery system that is around. So NAC is safe for adults, all right? However, if taken in excess, if you don't buy from the right supplier, I was telling you about it being open now for everybody to produce a generic version of NAC. So you have 100 companies, everybody producing NAC at dosages God knows, nobody knows how they produce it. Okay, what type of cysteine are they using to produce this NAC? Is it duck's feather? Is it hog hair? Is it human hair? Nobody ever questions this. All right, when I was first doing our product here, we had all these questions. But then after a while, everybody forgot that that is of any importance. All right. So people with bleeding disorders cannot take NAC. All right. So, and besides that, it has a funny smell, the sulfur smell, the sulfhydryl group. It smells like rotten eggs. All right. So it's not very nice for you to take the product like that. So the US FDA has stated that it is illegal for supplements to contain NAC since it's technically an approved drug. But it has expired. You can sell NAC. You can bring it to the pharmacy and then sell it and put it on the shelf and put NAC and people may buy it. But you cannot include it into supplements and create your specific blend, all right? Because it is a medicine. So recently, the stance in August 2002, they try and allow NAC as in supplements as long as there are no safety issues. This is opening up. So fine. So however, since August 2022 until now, they have not come to a decision. So it is still pending. The reason for this is, if they allow for this, very soon you have people putting penicillin into their own proprietary blend. All right. Any medicine that you can find on the market, they can just put painkiller or paracetamol, you can add on with something else once the patent has expired. So this is opening up a big floodgate for this to happen. So I think that is one of the reasons why this fight has been going on for some time already. It's not something that is new. So prescription N Acetyl Cysteine products continue to be available under the guidance of a healthcare provider. You can get this from your doctor, all right? But there are a lot of people who do not consult their doctors and they start taking the product. So just be a bit careful, all right? So just to give you an idea of how NAC survives inside our body, oral NAC is rapidly absorbed. That's one of the reasons why it is used for paracetamol overdose, all right, for some lung problems. You take the product or you inject intravenously, it reacts very, very quickly, all right? So within a matter of 2 hours, so it starts to fulfill its job as a glutathione precursor. However, because of the structure of NAC, all right, 30% of this drug is renally excreted. It comes out of your body. That means you are wasting 30% of it. Now, take into consideration that if you're not using a high quality NAC product, all right, efficacy could be less than 75%. You take away another 30%, you can't hardly find that it is worth your while to buy that product. Because why? The FDA does not control the production of NAC. All right? IV NAC has a half-life of 1.62. It's used, all right? But you urine more glutathione out after you have this intravenous glutathione, all right? You can see at the bottom, here I have the citations, all right? These are not stories that are made up by me. If you spend the time, all right, I've concised all of this, you know, so that you can have a look and see that if you take IV N Acetyl Cysteine, you will have more glutathione that is excreted through your urine. It's 300 times more, and your cysteine excretion is 10 times more. All right. Of course, you don't go and measure it. You just take it. And some people, the danger is for some people, if you take one, it's insufficient, and you start to take two. And then if you take two, it's still insufficient, 3, 4, 5. The ridiculousness of some people who self-medicate is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay? So just be a bit careful when things like that happen. So how do you increase with all these blocks about NAC? All right? What can we do to rectify this? What is this other product that we have that is safer that is 300% more effective than NAC. Look no further. You're looking at Max International. We have more than 1 million associates worldwide, even more consumers that are taking our product. And as recently, we're going to be in Mexico. Now we have 20 countries. As far as the CEO of Max International, he mentioned that it's going to be maybe 22. All right, so we celebrate our 15th anniversary. The product that we have has not changed. It has been manufactured the same way for the past 15 years. It is controlled. The dosage is there. All right. The ingredients is always the same. We don't change that. We don't come and tell you that we have a new formula. Right? This is the difference between a reputed company like Max International and some generic ABC company that gets imported by compounders. You know, you may not know what a compounder is. A compounder is a company that sits there, and if you go to them and you are licensed to do it, you can buy NAC and they will include vitamin C. They can include vitamin E in the proportions that you want and make up this supplement or whatever or medication that you want and supply it to you. Okay, we are not compounders. So tonight is going to be a bit more drawn out because we have 25 years of research on the product that we have. And at present, we have 54 peer-reviewed articles spanning over 30 years. The proof of concept was established in 1987 by this man.
The reason why ribosine is so unique is that it is not cysteine itself. If this is cysteine here, molecule of cysteine here, and this thumb here represents the sulfhydryl group or the SH group of cysteine that she said was very important in terms of glutathione trapping free radicals, etc. What we have done is take that sulfhydryl group on here, SH group on there, and covered it up with a molecule, another molecule, and that other molecule is ribose. Now the beauty of using ribose as a cover-up molecule is that ribose is already in your body. You get it from glucose. It's a metabolized glucose. So the ribose condenses with the sulfhydryl group of cysteine. In the process, water is lost, and then you have a new molecule called ribocysteine. Entirely a new molecule. It's no longer cysteine, but a new molecule called ribocysteine, and ribosine for short. Now, when you have this molecule, now you have cysteine stabilized, and you can take it orally, goes into the stomach, which is very acid, perfectly stable, and travels through the intestine into the organ, and then gets into the cell. Now, once in the cell, this molecule ribosine spontaneously and non-enzymatically and slowly releases cysteine by a process known as rehydration or hydrolysis. Water enters the system again, this molecule again, and then breaks it apart, and you have cysteine now inside the cell as well as ribose inside the cell.
All right. So you have the man explaining it explicitly to you how this science works. Not some hocus pocus spoken by some salesperson, maybe like me, all right, who say that, oh, you know, this is the way. No, that's not the way it works. That's the way the person who invented it said it works. All right. And would you doubt him? He has been doing this. He has spent 25 years of his life researching about ribosine. So in simple terms, for those of you who are graphically inclined, okay, let me show you this. The condensation of a simple sugar, D-ribose, and a semi-essential amino acid called L-cysteine, which is required, the rate limiting factor in the production of glutathione in our body, L-cysteine, with the sulfhydryl group, that yellow thing that you see there, there is circle. This is the one that is susceptible when it goes into our body. All right. Because if you take cysteine by itself, it goes inside the body and it double bond with another cysteine molecule to create cysteine. And people insist that cysteine works. No, it doesn't, because cysteine, when it is inside the body, it crystallizes. So it is very, very difficult to break it apart. This is one of the reasons. Don't read the scientific reports superficially. Do an in-depth cross-reference. This is how you read peer review. You don't stop at one peer review report. All right? You keep going on and you read. This is where the 10-year experience that I have comes into play here. All right. So let's get back to what Dr. Herbert T. Douglas, I call him Herb, all right? So what Herb was talking about. So you have ribose, you have L-cysteine. Okay, this is what he has done. He put the two things together. He used the ribose to cover the sulfhydryl group, that is the sulfur group that is in cysteine. So when you go with this, becomes a new molecule called ribosine. And when we take this into our body, it goes into the body. It actually tricks the body into thinking that this is not, it doesn't have a sulfhydryl group. All right, it's a simple sugar. And it goes into the body and it does its work inside. All right, so this is the magic. Ribocysteine, fully protected sulfhydryl group. When we say that, it means that the sulfur is protected from catabolizing. That is joining together to create a double bond cysteine. When it goes into our body, the beauty of this, actually, I mean, it is so simple, it is really ridiculous. Because ribose is required in the production of ATP in our body, and it is one of the most important components in the production of glutathione. No ATP, no work. Doesn't work. Okay? So you can imagine now that we are supplying a product that Herbert T. Nagasawa created. Is he supplies the main raw materials, cysteine, and the ATP for your body to work so that it creates glutathione at a faster rate. If you are taking N Acetyl Cysteine, there is no ribose. It has to capitalize on the ribose that is already inside your body or inside the cell. So what happens if you are deficient in ribose? What happens if you are diabetic and you don't take so much glucose? Then the production of your glutathione levels will drop. And because of the spillage of NAC through your body, 30% of it goes off, reduces the possibility of creating more glutathione. So this is academic, combines with the other two amino acid, and it increases your glutathione by 828%. This is well, it's not science, it's mathematics. All right, I'll show you the mathematics. So according to a research paper done in 1987, all right, where cysteine product, glutathione precursor used, we have control. Of course, there are many, you would have gone to a very long page. We have ribosine, concentration 1 micromole, and N Acetyl Cysteine used at 2.5 times more than glutathione, than ribosine. And this is actually the result of the research. Not some hocus pocus and telling you, it may increase. This is a peer-reviewed report done by Janet Roberts. Okay, so even at 2.5 times more NAC, you take more NAC, the glutathione level was 30% lower. So using this equation, we have come to the conclusion for the 828. Not some it increases by 10-fold, 20-fold, you know, all right? Because we know ribosine, well, at least in this research, that ribosine is 300% more effective than NAC. So this works out to something graphically for you, like this. Okay? Because we know this variant here. N Acetyl Cysteine in a double-blind study was proven to be 276% more effective than L-glutathione. This research was cited by Dr. Robert Keller. All right, so he said NAC is 276%. But if you are a mathematician, if you don't believe the workings, go and work it out. If NAC is 276% and ribosine is 300% more effective, you times up the 300%, and what do you get? 8 to 8. All right, these are the funny numbers that come out. So these are, and this, of course, you can, is adapted from Dr. Roberts, Janet Roberts. So this study was done in 1987. So this proves that if you increase, even if you increase the dosage for ribosine, it will not give you the nausea, the headaches, you know, all the other symptoms that come together with NAC. And we have a patent to state this, that if you take our product, it will increase your glutathione levels. Of course, if you look further, you go back and look at 1963, you will find the NAC patent also, because that is also patented. However, as I mentioned, the patent has long passed. So now everybody is creating NAC. So you can get NAC from China. I don't know where else you can get. You can probably get it in the US from different manufacturers. All right. So the efficacy and the potency. This is very, very important, because I'm going to come to the next about our product. Okay. We have next one, right? Pure 100% ribosine. If you don't take anything else, you just take this product, and your symptoms or whatever, even if it is superficial, it is still a consequence of your taking the product, because it is not diluted by other products. This is for one of the reasons why in Malaysia we sell more of Bax1 than any other product. So you have the different. Now, well, just let me get back here, because it's going to be the same. It's produced, manufactured under the same condition as a pharmaceutical product. Number one, produced by an FDA. That's at the bottom. Sorry, because my pointer, for those who are here, you can see my pointer, but on the screen, you cannot see the pointer. The pointer is not there. So at the bottom, the 3 lines are small wordings, because the slide is quite clear. It's produced by an FDA-approved pharmaceutical manufacturer. This is our guarantee to you, in strict conformance with industrial standards, purity and potency guaranteed. Not some nonsense, you know, we make this thing today, it is potent to a certain extent. 3 months later, we have a new batch, and it starts to give you something else. And we start to scrounge on the material. We use the unrated raw materials to produce something else. All right. So we have longevity, same thing. All right. Don't worry about the ingredients. If you have been advised, to use longevity, please carry on. If you are not, listen to the people you have approached, and take their advice. We've been doing this for a long time, and we are very, very careful. All right. We will not throw you into the deep blue sea. So why should you trust Max? We have a scientist of 25 years, groundbreaking research that he has done. It's a proprietary, not a proprietary blend. We don't blend this like a blender. You put juice, you put apple inside, you put pineapple inside, and then you blend the thing and you call it a blend. Ours is a compound. The reason for that is because ribosine has to be cultured scientifically in a laboratory, and it takes 4 months to create one ribosine molecule. All right, it's US patented and trademarked. We use only branded ingredients, pharmaceutically manufactured, and most importantly, a lot of people miss this because you don't notice it until it becomes too late, or unless I pinpoint it to you that the purity of the product that we have and the potency of the product that we have, ribosine, is guaranteed. It's not manufactured by somebody else. Everything is manufactured under the control of Max International, and I'm very, very sure even Herb looks into it. All right. So this is one of the reasons why we are 300% more effective than NAC, and this is also the reason why that we are safer than N Acetyl Cysteine. Right. So how do we get started? Well, we're here to support you. Right. I'll briefly just go through this. The future is yours. You can imagine it. All right. From the comfort of your home. If you know how to explain this to a doctor, he'll probably accept your explanation. All right. But it takes years of learning, takes dedication. But you can cut short from all of that. We are here to support you. You can do this from the comfort of your home. If you're unaware of how to explain this, always refer to us. Okay? So we have breakthrough science products, low investment, low or even no investment actually. Right? There are ways to do this business without even spending well, you have to waste your saliva. Let me put it that way. You have to open that golden mouth of yours after you have gone through all of this, and then start referring to people. Okay? You benefit from the residual income once you have started this business. So you work your own hours. If you're a doctor, you do it when you have the time. If you don't have the time, don't do it. All right? You decide who you want to work with. You want to work with me? You want to work with her? It's okay. All right? No special requirement. You can be young or old, whatever your educational level, no classes to attend. You just listen to our presentation, say it should be good enough. All right? We will train and guide you, provide you with material. All you need to do is to share. All right? So we have the basic product here, Max 1. The prices are there. I'm going to flip through this really quickly. And if you want to know the price, just ask the person who recommended you to view this presentation, and you will be able to get the prices. So then you have longevity also. Right? Life is a result. Your life today is a result of your attitude and decisions of the past. Your life tomorrow will be the result of the decision that you are going to make today. Whether it's a small decision, whether it is a big decision, it doesn't really matter. All right? Life is a decision. So make sure you choose the correct one. And I always say this to the people who want to climb to the top. There is no elevator. There is no escalator. to go to succeed and to climb to the top. I suppose you really need to use the stairs. Okay, so with that, thank you very much and live long and prosper. Thank you.